This week, we've seen Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania's mansion, burnt by an arsonist. I just wonder, again, Laura, maybe you go first, what you both made of that and how much Americans are taking notice and reacting to this, or whether it's just accepted that political violence is a fact of everyday American life now.
You know, Nancy Pelosi's husband was bludgeoned with a hammer. Donald Trump had an assassination attempt in Pennsylvania last summer. And then here we are with governor's house being, nearly partially burned to the ground after suggesting, saying happy Passover. His family was celebrating the Jewish holiday. I really worry this is deterring good people from seeking office. And it's denigrating the political discourse, which has already been terribly denigrated already, that enough is enough. But I don't know when enough is enough will actually occur. Josh Shapiro, a guy that was considered as a VP candidate, probably the number 2 choice to Kamala Harris last year. I think right now he's got to happy he wasn't chosen because he's got his own political aspirations to run for president. It's people really are stunned. They're thinking, well, what's next? Hate crime, political crime. It's on the same wavelength. I'm
Laura,
taken back myself because it's become normalized.
Yeah, I think Laura, you make such a good point about how this atmosphere of sort of this ominous sense of the direction of America and this sort of the background of potential political violence deters good people from seeking office. I mean, we've spoken earlier in this podcast about sort of the loss of American soft power. This is another part of the sort of collateral damage that is sort of underreported here is the future leadership. Would you really seek to become a member of the House or a senator? Would you seek to run for local office when the polarized atmosphere is so toxic here at the moment? We've been filming, Tom, for a documentary, as you know, in recent weeks, and we were out in Oregon in the far west of the country, and we were filming a group called the Socialist Rifle Association. And these are people who are beginning to take up arms and prepare for the reality, or the possibility at least, that they are going to encounter hate groups and political violence, and they are now training in sort of survival skills and in firearms techniques to try and make sure that if political violence returns to America in a sustained way, they'll be ready to fight back. So, we've often reported on the militias on the far right and how they have been mobilized, but what this documentary will show is that those on the far left are also preparing for a moment of kind of political crisis and potentially for violence down the road.